Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Live Show. It is episode 385, and it is your review of The Penguin, episode 2. As always, this is Nerd. You're going to hear the host show alongside our wonderful co-host, Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? We're going to wonderful Sunday.
Sunday night, we're doing it like we're treating this like we're treating House of the Dragon,
Sunday.
Game of Thrones, any other show that comes out on a Sunday, and reviewing it right after the episode drops.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
And today we're back again with Gotham City Sopranos. And
pretty much.
Yeah. Brad, we were live like literally like hours ago, but how was helping out Brenda?
Good. So we're making some strawberry mead. So I helped her out with that.
Wait. Strawberry meat?
Mead. MEAD.
Proceed.
So you take a little bit of strawberry, a little bit of honey, a few other things here and there. You kick it off with some yeast. And bada bing, bada boom, wait a little while. You got alcoholic beverage.
Okay.
A few extra steps in there, but that's
it's
the
just,
basics.
You know, Brenda does the whole deconstructed chili dog thing. So I was wondering, like, Brad, what the fuck is this new thing that she's invented that she wants to eat?
It's not a new invention. It's a very old. It's a very old.
No, that's because when I heard strawberry meat, I was like,
strawberry meat. No. Is that like a fruit roll up?
Yeah.
I think that'd be the closest thing.
You walk into the house, and she's marinating meat with strawberries, Brad. I think you're like, hey, don't worry about cooking today.
The only one you might be able to get away with that is if you did like a strawberry, like, I don't know, like strawberry gravy almost for turkey or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
You might be able to get away with that. Other than that, the strawberry meats, I don't fucking know.
Yep. Oh man. Well, you know, it's just the way it is.
But if everyone missed our when we previously came on today, we had a very good discussion about the next to last episode for what Rings of Power.
Rings of Power, Brad. You're losing it, bro.
Dude, man. I'm tired.
You can still watch it, y'all. It's up. So, you know, if you want to watch it on the replay, it's up there. Yeah, man, it's been quite the run so far with Rings of Power. But today we're getting to episode 2 of Lord of the Rings, Penguin.
I just want to say, I think we've been spoiled this year.
Brad,
we had a lot of good television this year.
We really have, Brad.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
we've had some stinkers too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Which, by the way, shout out to y'all. I think the episode's been up for what, like a couple of hours now.
Yeah.
It's already got 11 views, so thank you guys for that. Nice. Thank you. Yeah. Hopefully you guys keep showing support for that. But I know that y'all have been enjoying the Lord of the Rings reviews a lot. Just that one episode that I fucking put as unlisted, and I didn't put it. What's it called? I put it public later.
Oops.
Yeah. But typically, what's it called? The Lord of the Rings reviews, y'all have been really in there with the viewership. So we thank you guys so much. But yeah, Brad, we have been really spoiled this year with a lot of TV, man.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
we'll see how...
there's only been, what was it? Echo that we weren't Echo and what's the Star Wars one?
Acolyte.
Yeah, those were.
I don't know, Brad. I have a little bit more than that. You know, what's it called? Echo, Last Airbender.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, Acolyte. The second half of season 2 of Invincible.
Yeah.
Those are the stinkers. I tolerate Knuckles, but I'm not gonna say that Knuckles is good. Yeah, and then Batman Cape Crusader is actually pretty damn good.
Batman Cape Crusader is good. I want a season 2 of that.
Yeah. Kind of weird that we haven't heard anything, but you know we still have Rings of Power, and we're gonna conclude next week. Agatha All Along. We have this show, The Penguin. We have to also do a review of City of God. The Fight Rages On. We have Doom Prophecy, and I might not ask us to review this, but I am gonna watch the Uzumaki. What's it called? Anime show, because. You know, it's kind of weird that they never made that into an actual anime over in Japan. Even though, what's it called? There's a film from the 2000s. Yeah. Brad thought I was talking about Naruto, but No.
Uzumaki.
Actually, Brad, if you look at the spiral, that's the same spiral that
Yeah.
what's his name? Obito,
Yeah.
the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the same stuff on his stomach.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm pretty sure Kishimoto took
Took
some
some.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But with that said, Brad, you wanna do this thing?
Yeah. Let's talk about some penguin.
All right. So if you haven't watched this week's episode of The Penguin, you should probably get out of here. You care about sports, but if you don't care about sports, you've already seen the episode. Go ahead and stay. This is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect after these words from our sponsors in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerdcore Live Show is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off with code TheNerdCore. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. All right, man. This is episode 2 titled Inside Man, which is also a really, really good Denzel Washington movie if you've never seen it. And the synopsis is Sophia works to secure her family's strength while Oz attempts to play both the Falcones
And the
and Maronis
Maronis.
to his advantage. Episode is directed by Craig Zobel, and of course, is developed by Lauren Lafranc and written by Erica L. Johnson, based on characters created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. Episode stars Colin Farrell as Oz Cobb / the Penguin, Christine Milotti, who plays Sofia Falcone, Renzi Feliz, who plays Victor Aguilar, Deirdre O'Connell, who plays Francis Cobb, Mama Cobb, Clancy Brown, who plays Salvatore Marone, Carmen Yogo, who plays Eve Carlo, Michael Zegan, Alberto Falcone, Berto Colon, who plays Castillo, Scott Cohn, Luca Falcone, Theo Rosie, bro. I love seeing Theo Rosie again on screen. Love when that guy shows up in movies and shows randomly, and I didn't know he was in them. Who plays Dr. Julian Rush, but with that's and a lot of other people.
Tons of other people.
Lots of other people, man. Let's see if there's any trivia here, Brad. I don't know if there's gonna be any trivia because it's like
it just dropped.
It literally just dropped a couple, let's call it an hour ago, but yeah, nothing, Brad. Nothing.
Okay.
All right, Brad. Look, it is safe to say that this is a pretty big drop off from the last episode. I mean, you opened up with a fucking amazing episode, but we're keeping the ball moving, and I thought this was a pretty damn good episode. I really liked it. I thought that it was I thought that once again you're seeing the relationship of like mentor and student between Victor and Oz, and
I mean, slightly, like towards the end there.
Yeah, and it's kind of what's going to be developing into that, right? And
Yeah.
But I what I love the most about this episode is how you see the Oz is trying to play both families, and he's doing an okay job at it.
I like to think it's sometimes better to be lucky than good.
Yeah. But Brad, what are your initial thoughts on the episode?
It's good. It's good. I think you're right. I don't think it's as good as the beginning episode, but I mean, it's hard to start off. You know, it's hard for the second episode to be as good as the first initial opening of a whole new show, especially a Batman show.
Yeah.
But I think you still kind of keep the same aesthetic there. I think you still keep this Sopranos vibe as everyone has related it to, because it does have a Sopranos vibe. I like that it's not only we get to see the two mob families, but we get to see Oz's mom as well, because not only is he dealing with those two, he's dealing with his mom who has dementia.
Yeah.
And it's getting progressively worse. So he's having to deal with that. He's having to deal with his new driver, who is not quite taken to the mob life and is still somewhat shaky. So he's still trying to train him up. And it's kind of like a conglomeration of all that stuff, where he's trying not to get sniffed out as the rat, and at the same time he's trying to get the Maronis to play ball and it's just not going his way as he would like. But he pivots very well on his feet when shit does not go right. He had a
Yep.
plan to get Johnny Vitti, and then that kind of gets thrown out. And then he has to pivot and basically get Castillo as being called out,
Yeah.
which is actually very smart because Castillo is really the only one Sophia trusted in that whole
Yeah.
family, and now she's being pushed out by Luca and Johnny Vitti, and I forget the other the other guy's name.
I love that they kind of went into it here in the episode, in the inside the episode, but it's like no one really wants Sophia there, and they're all trying to push Sophia out because
They think Sophia's a loose cannon,
they
which
think, which, let's be honest,
kind of
she's not a loose cannon. She's a ticking time bomb,
yeah.
and it's gonna be soon or later that she's gonna fucking pop off.
Yeah, because I mean, and we get a little more backstory in that. And so in her bedroom, she's not sleeping in her bed.
No.
She's sleeping in the closet because that makes her feel safer, just like she was in her cell.
Yep.
And you kind of get that feeling. I mean, I love the whole kind of flashback sequence or whatever therapy she was going under, and she was back in Arkham, and
Oh
she just
yeah.
had that moment, and her brother's there. He's missing his thumb, and I
Yeah.
mean, freaking great.
Yeah, I thought that was a great scene. Hey, it's like Sophia misses her brother, man. They were supposed to run this thing together, and they were gonna, take over her dad's what's it called, business, and it's just like
And
she's
that's
in this
totally,
awkward position where it's like she is the next in line, but
but she's
everyone's trying to push her out.
yeah, because I mean, she did go to Arkham. She is
Yeah,
a serial killer. She does have some mental issues, and so they're taking that to mean she can't do the
yeah.
job. So that's
And at the
why Luke
funeral,
is there.
man, at the funeral, everybody's like doesn't really want to doesn't want to touch her, but they're all staring at her.
Well, and even the fake, like the fake niceties,
Yeah,
like that
the
gets pushed
cousin,
as
right?
yeah, the cousin that gets pushed aside when the cousin's daughter shows up, and
Mm-hmm.
she thinks thinks Sophia's going to harm her daughter, and it's like Sophia sees it, like she's not
Yeah,
stupid.
she's not stupid, but and she goes out to get the what's it called, somebody to see if there somebody to investigate. Which, by the way, the only way they were able to convince that guy
Some
was through
drugs.
some drugs.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Because he was hooked on drugs anyway, and he's a detective of some sort.
Yeah.
Is this
Yeah.
Bullock? I don't know. I don't think it is. So
Nah.
it's just some random,
Yeah.
Gotham PD detective.
Yeah. But I that's why I really like that, because once again I think we're seeing the elements of what was supposed to be the GCPD show.
Yeah.
So it's like,
There's a little intertwining in there
yeah.
that we get to see.
So I'm kind of glad that we're still seeing parts of that. It's
Well, I'm glad that we're like, hey, there's cops in this fucking
yeah.
like it's not just mob entity. There's actually cops that they have to watch out for and that they pay off, and it's that whole
Which, yeah,
storyline.
it's like this show wouldn't be, this show, of course, like it would be awesome to just get a straight up mafia, show. But it's like once you start to involve those parts of Gotham that we were introduced to in the Batman,
Yeah.
like it makes for a way more interesting show, and seeing how like the police, the GCPD is in their back pocket. This might be this, wait. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, I need to bring it up. I can't see shit. Derpy, what up, Derpy? This might be farther than the first episode. Far better than the first episode? Is that what you're trying to say, or far worse? Update us. We're missing a word in there that could actually make a lot of difference in there.
I think it's pretty good. I don't know if I like it more than the first episode though.
No, I think I like that first episode way more. But you saw that Victor, he what's it called? He got cold feet, Brett.
He did. I mean, he tried. Like,
Yeah.
And honestly, when Oz was in that basement that whole time, I'm like, he's gonna get caught. And he's all cool and collected. He's like, yeah, they're fucking off up there. I'm just gonna do my business, get the fuck out of here.
But also, I should know, like, it's never this easy.
No.
It is never this easy.
When they're, basically getting them all in that one room to see who killed this guy, and they're like, look at her knife, and Oz I mean, I thought like in my mind, I thought he was going to plan it on Johnny Viti, like
No,
he had
that
planned, and
Johnny would have seen right through it, bro.
yeah, and that went out the window, and he just planned it on Castillo, which I'm like, well,
Way smarter.
that's the way smarter, just since you can't plant the diamonds on him, and he just had Vic go plant the fucking diamonds in Castillo's apartment.
Yeah.
So that
Which, you know,
so this just proves Oz Penguin is very good on his feet.
it's good on his feet. And
When,
that's what he's trying to teach Vic too.
yeah, like if his plan A don't work, his plan B he'll go to. If that don't work, he's got C, D, and E all lined up. So
Yeah. Which, by the way, I love that we have continued on with the Penguin knows about Latino culture, Spanish language
yeah,
thing from Batman. 'Cause he wants to go. So Vic brings him tacos, and he's like, "What the hell? Take the cilantro
cilantro,
out." He goes, "I can taste the bar of soap in my mouth." And then when he goes to visit his mom,
the landlord.
the landlord, who's Puerto Rican,
Yeah,
he goes like, "¿Qué pasó?" And then he's like, "Cuídala." Like,
and you know the mom doesn't understand Spanish, so
yeah.
he's just having that whole back and forth in front of her.
Which is just, it's just something that to me it was just a lot. It was really funny, and I loved it because it like reminds you of that moment in the Batman where he's like, "Rat, like you think I'm the rat?" He goes, "The wing rat. Like look at that. Like come on, you don't know Spanish."
But I got to bring this up. There is a weak point. I think that I don't think Eve makes it to the end.
You don't think she does? No,
Mm.
I don't know, man.
Like she
I
was
think
acted. She's like odds. I don't know. You're putting the girls in harm's way, and I'm just like, no, girl, you gotta.
mm,
If you're in, you
which,
gotta
by the
be all
way,
in.
what's it called? The DC property mentioned cam girls.
So cam girls is a thing in Gotham.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, it's just I don't know, Brad. I don't know if any of those girls really make it. Like, what's it called? Yeah,
Well, do you think he? I mean, he mentions open up another club. So
that's his. I believe that's ultimately what Oz wants to do is like create his own family, open up his club again,
yeah,
and be able to run that shit again like he was doing it, but without having to be under the
no,
Falcones.
no, his ultimate plan is to basically have the Falcons kill the Maronis,
Yeah,
or the Maronis kill the Falcons, or make them both weak enough where he just steps in.
or
And
solidifying power like Michael did in The Godfather,
yeah, I
which would
think,
be really, really hard to do.
and I think what we're going to get is we're going to get him and Sophia teaming up, and that's going to ruin the Falcons basically. That's
Yeah,
going to ultimately be their downfall. Maroni's still in prison, so his
yeah,
power probably pretty easily taken over, especially if it's a new drug on the streets. And what I ultimately think is, I think we're going to see some of the saddest episodes at the end of the season with Sophia learning of Oz's betrayal in the
yeah.
Penguin's rise.
Yeah. I do like that, that scene with her in that the funeral, and he was like, like telling them like, hey, like what's it called? Instead of my mom having a funeral, we went to dance. And
Yep,
it's like,
let's dance.
yeah, let's dance. And he's getting her trust. He's gaining her trust, and
Well, and
you know,
he's knocking out anyone who would stand in that way. I mean, he got rid of Castillo, who was basically her only trusted operative right there, because
yep,
the other big ones, the ones running the family, she does not trust at all. She thinks they're just there to push her out.
yeah. Well, like her uncle, that's her uncle, right?
Yeah, Luca.
Luca, yeah. I when I heard Luca, I was thinking about fucking Godfather, like Luca Bazzi. No, um, but yeah, which by the way, Luca went straight for the kill, like which Sophia really wanted to kill that guy, huh?
Oh
And
yeah.
he's like, nope, what's it called? You're mine.
Also, we did finally get to see the markings on her neck.
Oh yeah,
So
mm-hmm,
you saw them kind of in the flashback and kind of in her dress. There is some
yeah,
markings there, and also where she scratches her neck.
yeah. But by the way, man, love the costumes, man. Love her outfits that they're giving Sophia.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks amazing, and
I mean
like you said,
the Cruella Deville red with the zebra jet. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And yeah, man, like you said, they're keeping the same aesthetic, and I really like it, and it looks good. I just I didn't think this episode was at the level um the level that the first episode was, and I think
and
the episode starts off really, really, really
I
strong.
think they have to open it up more than they did the first episode, because the first episode was basically Oz and Vic. I mean, there it was them, that relationship kind of coming together, and Oz, going, oh shit, I got to fix this if I can fix this because I fucked up, and you get to
Mm-hmm.
see that. This we get more of the players coming in. We get Luca coming in. We get the Maronis. We get different entities from them, and then we get the Penguin having to kind of tread that line very carefully and not be seen and have to make
Yeah.
the right decision so he doesn't get killed. Hell, we saw him almost get killed a couple times in this. He getting shot up in the truck. The Maronis
Oh
going to
yeah.
stab him. So now the Maronis have, Johnny Viti's dossier. Um, so
Yeah.
we'll see what that comes to.
Oh yeah. That whole evidence right there of him
Yeah.
sleeping with Luca Falcone's
So
wife.
so my guess is the Maronis are going to use that on Johnny in order to get Johnny in their back pocket.
Yeah. It's all gonna start getting a little more tangled up, and yeah, it's crazy. Like this, that's what I'm telling you, Brad. This is literally just like a DC mob show,
Yeah.
and it's awesome. And I love it. I want more of this. I want more like taking these different styles but incorporating them into comic book shows and comic book films. And I think that that's where they do a really good job with. And they've been doing it pretty damn good with these two episodes.
And I mean, I think that's what we've always wanted to see from the Batman is Batman has a whole gang of, like villains. This
Mm-hmm.
whole but a lot of them, the ones that we usually see, they're the most demented, they're the craziest. We don't get to see the ones who are kind of stomping the ground and are
Yeah.
actually the reason why Gotham continues to be kind of the hellhole it is. And that's from these gangs and these gang wars and them selling drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Riddler is his own special thing. Yeah, he causes mayhem, and so is the Joker, and so is all these other ones that you can list. But honestly, in the underbelly of it all, it's these gangs who have caused Gotham to be, as disheveled and as horrible as it is.
Yeah. And hey, man, what's it called? The oh man, that detective. What was he asking? Oh, like he's asking about like the water, right? Or what was he asking about when he's like that? The bartender tells him like, "Hey, you could thank the Riddler for that."
He was asking for drops.
Drops. Yeah, yeah,
So he
yeah.
was asking the bartender. That must have been who he was buying from, and the dude was like, "We're dry, man.
It's right,
Like
bro.
we're
Yeah,
we're dry. The drops because the Riddler blew up. So the Riddler gets mentioned again in this. So the Riddler has an overarching effect on everyone, and
yep,
everyone's like the mob are kind of mad at it. So it begs the question: is Riddler going to make it out?
yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's the thing because right now, Riddler is in jail,
Yeah.
and you know,
So are the Maronis, and so
yeah.
you
Well, no, he's not. I'm sorry. Riddler's in Arkham.
he's in Arkham.
Riddler's in Arkham.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, which is like it really starts to beg the question, like
but I mean,
solidifying that power. It's like, hey, when when Riddler gets out, his fan base better be ready to ride for him
yeah.
because he's probably gonna be public enemy number
I
one.
mean, if he gets out, I mean, the Maronis
Hell yeah,
or the Falcons could easily pay off a guard.
yeah. But I don't think we ever get that fully into this
No,
when in this
not
show
in
because
this
that's just
series.
yeah,
Not
it's
in
just
this
not
series.
the type of show that this is. But man, like I said, Brett, I really liked the episode and I thought it was a really good one. I just don't think it was on the level as the last one.
No,
And yeah. By the way, what a rendition of "Happy Together" in the credits.
very good.
There you go.
I
Yeah,
mean, we've gotten two shows now, Rings of Power, and now this, where the credits have been pretty on point with the music. So
yeah. But yeah. I need more episodes of this show where Penguin showcases his what's it called his Spanish skills. Yeah, yeah. God, I love that, and it's one of the best. It's like that's the humor that I'm talking about, man. Like the way that they bring that into the show, it's like it's funny, man. Especially the what's it called the bagel joke
yeah, yeah, that's great. That's great, man. That's
is
great, Ray.
great. Yeah. And it's like, no, you gotta know your audience. Like, what's the difference between what's it called, the mob and the government? He goes, one's organized. But Yeah, man. Love this episode. Brad, what's your final verdict?
I'm going to give this episode. I think what do we give the last one? A 9 or 9.5?
I gave the last one a 9, bro.
I
I think I
think.
have 9.25 or 9.
Yeah, I think it was around that. I'll give this one an 8.5.
All
Like
right.
it's good, but it's not as good as the first one, in my opinion.
No. I'm giving this an 8 out of 10, man. I thought it was a good episode and I really enjoyed it. Really interested to see where we go from here, but yeah, pretty damn good episode. It was like a roughly like an hour ish, so the pacing was didn't feel too bad, but
Well,
yeah,
and basically what it comes down to for this episode is now Oz has Sophia's trust,
yeah,
and I think that's going to be a dangerous combo for both the Falcones and the Maronis.
yeah. But with that said, that concludes our review of the Penguin episode 2. And as always, we thank you guys so much for joining us. Just make sure you're keeping up to date with us on nerdcore.com, Twitter at the Nerdcore underscore, Instagram, Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, and TikTok at the Nerdcore, patreon.com/the Nerdcore. Tomorrow we're doing our review of Mallrats live early and ad-free on patreon.com/nerdcore. And that'll go up for everybody on Tuesday at 12 p.m. And of course, Discord link is in the description below. You can check that out as well. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure you leave a like on the video, um, subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss a single review that drops on the channel. Leave a comment as well. What do you think about the Penguin so far? What do you think about this episode? And Derpy, elaborate. Far better or far worse? Let me know. And of course, if you're listening to this on a podcast app of choice, on your favorite podcast app of choice, make sure you're following us and leaving a 5-star review on that app. And of course, we want to thank our patrons. They're wonderful, wonderful people. Brad, that's it for today's busy day of 2 podcasts. And hold on, let me look at what was my time for this stream today. But I'm pretty sure it was like 5 hours or something like that. I'm not sure because sure as hell felt like it. Damn. Yeah. Damn it, why does Stream Elements tell me anything? Don't tell me shit. Yeah. Oh, look, here we go. Yeah. How long was this? 4 hours and 2 minutes and 42 minutes, Brad. Yeah. So I've been looking at a computer a lot today. So with that said, I'm ready to get out of here, Brad. Let's go ahead and send him out.
All right, our own theme being host as always. Thank to Derpy for joining us in chat today. Wish we could have got what your full thought was. But join us next time. Thank you to our listeners out there, Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. Elaborate. And to end this episode, I guess all there is to say is just keep dancing. Young Yoda out.
I hope